Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to get Kremvh's tooth here, or however you pronounce it. I honestly do not care how you pronounce it. To get this, you want to come to Dunwich Borers. Now, once you're here, you want to kill all the enemies, or if you're not a ultimate scrub lord, you're just going to jump down the whole thing since you already have the free fall boots. If you don't know how to get the free fall boots, check my guide to get them. Then you're going to want to come through this hole. It's pretty obvious, it's the only hole at the bottom. Once you go down the hole, you're gonna, you know, the entrance. It's not really a hole. Go down the hallway through this door. Now, if it wasn't already obvious, I killed all the enemies, so I don't have to do that junk. Now, if you, like, once again, if you're an ultimate scrub lord, and you haven't gotten the light-footed perk, and you can't just walk directly over this tripwire like a boss and not trip it off, even though it makes no sense, you should go throw yourself off the side. Do it all over again. Anyway, you're gonna want to just go down this way. You can just sprint straight through unless you're just a ridiculously low level. Now, once you get to here... Oh, darn, the lights are already off. Do you see any of these switches? Just turn the lights off. Do you need to do it? No. Should you do it? Yes. It's very important. Does it prevent you from getting the weapon? No. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Huh. Well, apparently the ghouls respawn. This just shows you how legendary the weapon is, though. I honestly have no idea why I picked that back up. I'm gonna give it back to him. There it is. Alright. Loot these guys on the way down. Now, I believe when you come through here, it only happens when it's the first time, though. You will actually trigger a flashback. Now, you can flip this switch to turn on the lights, but like I said, there's literally no point in turning on the lights. It literally does nothing for you. Besides, your Pip-Boy light lights it up fair enough anyway. Now, don't go down this way yet, because that's how you're going to exit. You want to continue going through here. Once again, another one of those light switches. Man, these ghouls are annoying. They just break the laws of the game. I killed all of them before I even came here. Like, I literally just went through this whole area, cleared everything out before the video started. These ghouls, they're like, no, we're gonna respawn. If you clear out one of those bases and then immediately just, the enemies don't come back for a few days. Or one day. Now, when you get down to this point, make sure you don't miss this bobblehead. If you miss the bobblehead, what you need to do is you need to go back outside immediately and throw yourself off. You should probably save before you get here because you're probably going to throw yourself off a lot because you just simply forgot. Anyway, now that you've done all that, exactly as I've said, come down here, you go down into this hole. Now if you have power armor, congratulations, you're stuck down here for the rest of your life because it's a hole that goes straight down. Then you're going to want to come down here, and the weapon will be right here, and there will be 2 mini nukes, one on each side. And congratulations, now you have the weapon. And when you're coming out, make sure you don't get stuck in the waterfall. I mean, the hole of water, whatever you want to call it, pit of water. Make sure you don't get stuck in there. Once you've done that, you just go back out and take the path I said not to go on. Which would be right here. You're gonna go up a bunch of sets of stairs, but basically this is that part in most dungeons or areas that they put in other games. You know, Beth City, they just love to put circular dungeons in games. Now, you can take the elevator down like a noob, or you can just jump off. You'll barely take any damage even without the free fall boots, but you should already have them before you even come here, because you would have already thrown yourself off the side. Now, assuming you've already done all of this, you now have the sword. Now jump over the side. Now you might be wondering, but we're at the bottom, how are we going to jump over the side? We need to climb all the way back up and then jump over the side. It's a crucial step. If you forget to do this part, everything did not even matter. You also want to make sure you open all of those pits up there. And you want to make sure you step exactly on top of this thing, and you want to jump, well, more like fall, and then you're going to jump over that onto the railing, go up this way, make sure you looted everyone before. It's extremely crucial, extremely. And what you want to do is you want to run up there, then turn back around, activate the button, then you're going to run over here again, back up all the way, then you're going to jump that entire gap all the way over, jump again, and if you've actually beaten the thing, then congratulations, you've won the game now. The game of not being an ultimate scrub lord. Now I assume you're watching this part so that you can jump down like a boss and get Kremvh's tooth and not be a scrub lord while doing it. Well, you need to get the free fall boots, which are, of course, down there. They're the legs. There's two of them. You need to go to the mass fusion building, which, if you look down here, Diamond City's over here, and then it's basically just like northeast of it. It's kind of a whole lot of icons on the map, but there. And you might be wondering, when I said two of the free fall legs, you might be wondering, what do you mean there's two? It's not just one armor piece, you have to wear both of the legs. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Anyway, once you're inside of the mass fusion building, what you need to do is get yourself one of the trash cans. Now, there is one in this room, but I've already picked it up. So, and even if there's not one in this room for some reason, you can still get one on the 8th floor. To get to the 8th floor, you need to use the elevators. This one is non-existent though. Now, if you decide to take the trash can from down here, you want to, like, pick it up while you go up, because it'll just sink to the floor if you don't pick it up. there is also a bobblehead on top of the statue. So definitely get that while you're doing this if you haven't already gotten it. Once you go up that elevator, you come across and go up this elevator. Make sure to pick up all the Nuka-Cola in the Nuka-Cola machine. It's very, very crucial. If you don't do that, you can't get the boots. No, you can still get the boots if you don't do that, but you should definitely pick up all the Nuka-Cola. Now once you're in here, and you've carried your trash can, that's just a backup measure. Because there's actually a trash can on the 8th floor waiting for you too. It's usually in this room, although sometimes it's actually outside of that room. And what you need to do is you need to grab your trash can and make sure it's like that. Nearly fell off there. Darn it, you definitely need to make sure that it's standing up straight though. Definitely. It's legitimately the most important part, because if it's not standing exactly like that, this glitch won't work. And what you need to do is press your back against the wall. Make sure you actually have the trash can. There we go. You need to put your back. Gosh dang it. Strange. They definitely haven't patched it. I did this earlier to see if they patched it, and they haven't. Must just be placing the trash can in a difficult spot. Now this is actually pretty difficult. It's even more difficult if you do it the power armor way. It'll probably take you like an hour to do it if you do it the power armor way. You might be wondering, why would it take me an hour if I did it the power armor way? It only takes like, well, it only takes like, like 3 or 4 minutes to actually go all the way up to where you need to go with the power armor. The problem is, it's very, very, very hard to do it the power armor way. Because you need to do everything right, and your jetpack actually isn't enough to get where you need to go. So you'll need to drink some Nuka-Cola in the middle, like you'll need to like press circle or whatever button or key activates your Pip-Boy. Well, if you're using the computer, you don't even need to do this. You just use the console commands to fly and then go in the room, basically. But anyway, for all the people on console, you have to do it this way or use power armor. But yeah, you basically just want to slide along the wall, and then once you get to the point where like it tells you that you're about to leave, you won't actually be leaving the area. Once you're up to, hold on, let me get a gun with the scope. Once you're up to there, around that area, you'll need to start sliding that way, and you'll need to get into that doorway on the top, like not right there, like I can't actually aim my scope at it, but if you look, there's a hole. You need to actually make it into that specific hole over there. If you want to see the hole better, I made a video already using the power armor to get the free fall armor. So if you want to see the better location, just look for that video. Well, where the hole is better. Just look at that one. Anyway, hopefully you have achieved this great victory in getting the free fall armor. It's kind of difficult to just focus the camera on the legs. It does not do that.